Hello everyone, you're watching PokerNews.com and welcome back to our coverage of the World Series of Poker. Of course, this is one of the most exciting days in poker and I am with the man himself, the poker brat, Phil Hellmuth. Now, on the coverage yesterday, for those of you who watched, there was a lot of talk between you and Daniel of some white magic. Everyone was laughing, so for those who don't know what's going on, give me the scoop.
Well, I kind of thought that most poker fans knew what it meant, but of course I was wrong. White magic is very simple. It just means reading ability. Basically, that's what white magic is. And I invented the term maybe 7 years ago. I was trying to tell an online phenom why I folded a hand. I described it. I said, well, he was really strong. What do you mean he was really strong? I said, well, he was really strong. And I'm like, he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, I read him as being really strong. And he couldn't get it. And I'm like, is there really a segment of the population that doesn't understand that reading ability...
Soul read.
Yeah, that's what makes great poker players great. And there's this whole segment of society that doesn't understand that. And so I'm like, to them, it's frickin' magic. To them, it's black magic. And I thought, that has some negative connotations, black magic, you know. So I said, I'll just go with the term white magic.
And not to be confused with brown magic either, which has been a hashtag in the last few years.
That's their kind of way of picking on me, having a little fun with it, building it up a little bit. But yeah, white magic means one thing, reading ability.
Well, I wanted to talk to you, of course, there was a lot of talk about Kassouf and table talk and needling players, and a lot of people were bringing you up and saying, like, if this was Phil Hellmuth, it would have been okay, but since it's sort of a lesser-known player, not so much. So from the man himself, what were your thoughts?
I mean, I think Kassouf got one penalty in 7 days, so, but he crossed a lot of lines, and I think most of what people were complaining about at the table was his tanking. He was taking an incessantly long period of time. That should be outlawed from poker, so I'm not a fan of his there. I like the talking. I like his talking. And so if you told me, hey, Will Kassouf will be back, I would say, listen, if he gives us some fresh phrases, some new stuff, like, you know, I mean, I came up with white magic. I came up with, if you can, you know, I can dodge bullets,
fresh.
baby. I came up, if it weren't for luck, I'd win them all. He needs some fresh phrases, and then I want to watch, and then I want to 90% watch the Will Kassouf show, because I really like it. But he used the same phrases literally, I think if you tracked it, it was 180 times per phrase.
Not that we were tracking, but someone was.
And by the way, I would bet more if you had all the footage. And so the same phrase over and over again in the tanking, I could see why players were annoyed. But I'm a Will Kassouf fan. I need him to stop tanking. Please stop tanking for the sake of poker, or we should give him massive penalties. Stop tanking, keep talking, just add a few new phrases, and I'm in.
Well, I want to see both of y'all at a table, so I'm going to wish for that. But as the man who has the most bracelets of anyone in WSOP history, who do you have to win this one?
I've been impressed. I mean, there's 3 players that have separated themselves. I mean, I really think that Qui Win has made some really, really good reads. You got to give him credit for that. And Cliff Josephy is just steady. Math isn't going to make a mistake, and also can make a few reads. And then I also think I'm kind of surprised that Rajijic, you know, really made some good re-raises. So his reading abilities were good. I think if you want to be a world champion at poker, you have to read people well, or you have to have a strong mathematical style and have other people that don't read you well.
Well, I can say one thing. I think we're going to see a lot of white magic tonight and tomorrow. And if you guys can't see, I just want you to know, Phil's sporting some gorgeous gold shoes. Nothing if not a little flair on this guy. Thank you so much. Get it, for giving us the time. Phil Hellmuth, I'm Sarah Herring. Fast, like lightning down here. You guys are with us on PokerNews.com.
Michael Johnson.
It's the boss.